Hey family, welcome back to One on One with Cutting Edge 50. Hey, not in the studio, but we want to give out another amazing video. So just pay attention to the message. I'm hoping that y'all out there staying blessed, staying safe. Hey, we got another amazing video review from a young lady, Amala. And what the name of the podcast is about a teacher. So teachers give a same lecture after a Trump win. And I said this before after my post-election video. Don't let politics affect your day-to-day life when it comes to you going to work and you upset about whatever reason. Nothing should have a hold on you that much that it takes you out your character. I don't care if it's religion. I don't even care if it say it's your relationship. You go home to do business, but that can affect your life for good. So we always got to be mindful of that. If you got to take a day off, take a day off, recuperate, get back to yourself. But always, if you're a prayer warrior like myself, lean on God for the answers. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to your family and friends, whatever the case may be. He's the one who can help you through anything. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in this. Teacher gives insane lecture after Trump win, and this is by Amala right here. I did a video review on her before. She is amazing at what she does. We're gonna jump right into it. Y'all stay safe. Let's go ahead and hop in.
Now, we've seen some crazy reactions to Trump winning this election. We've seen people screaming, crying, breaking up with their significant others. But the reactions that really hit home for me and make me truly have to say something are the ones that involve children. I've seen mothers crying with their children about their loss of abortion rights, which we all know is not even true, but we're not going to get into that today. But one that's really hit me, and I feel like we need to respond to today, is a teacher who decided to film herself.
Hold up. Did she just say she seen a video of a mother telling her young children about that they lost abortion rights instead of, man, what kind of world are we living in? You telling say you got a little girl about that they losing their abortion rights, um, instead of you talking to them about don't having premarital sex, wait until you're married before you even don't jumping into the act. I just don't know what world we live in. Share your thoughts. Have you all seen these videos of relationships breaking up with your husband, boyfriend, girlfriend because of different political rules? Are you serious? But oh man, it's not shocking, but it is a sad sight to see. Let's go.
Dressing for students, for Black students, in the wake of the news that Trump has won this last election. Now, let's hear from her and see what she has to say. Now, she's pretty active on TikTok. She posts all these different videos of her talking to her classroom. So this is what she had to say on election day. It says, POV, it's the morning after election day. All my students are Black.
We don't have the time. Look at the wall. Y'all see where we are. And even for my friends in the green, and eventually my friends who will make it in the blue. Unfortunately, because of the color of your skin, you got to be 3 times as good. We don't have time for this anymore. I don't have time for interruptions. I don't have time for y'all to be unfocused because y'all need to get y'all educated. This matters. And I got to make sure that y'all are prepared to be 3 times as good. To step into any room and understand that you belong to be there. It's serious. Where is it?
Y'all can see this teacher right here. She's getting emotional, and it's a great thing that she's passionate and she loves these kids, but it's also a sad thing at the same time because you don't bring politics, especially in a classroom with kids. I don't know the ages. Hopefully they are maybe high schoolers. I hope so. And they got better understanding. But say if they're middle school or elementary schools, you see a teacher getting emotional, crying over certain things. Kids, they might not know or have full awareness of the politics, everything that was going on because their parents keep it from them. And you're actually scaring the kids. They go home mentioning it to her parents. Hopefully she doesn't get fired or anything like that. We don't never wish nobody to lose their job because I can tell she loves kids and loves what she does. But you can't bring politics in the classroom with kids and record it. So what if some of these students' parents went for Trump? So now what? You're saying clearly, I guess she's for Kamala, but now You're saying that I was raised this way. We got to work twice as hard. We got to be on our P's and Q's. But I'm a man, and this time frame I came up to, 2024, is a whole different ballgame. You don't have to be twice as or three times as good as somebody else just because of the color of their skin. If you're great in a certain field, the best person gonna get it. Just like in sports, I myself, even coming up during my time, I've been told, hey, we got somebody who say they went to a certain school or college or whatever else in the arena league that I played in. Hey, we got a booster. They want their guy to play. Now, I don't do politics, like I said before. And I end up going to a different team, made the all-star team that year. So it's up to, even though we seen it, this is the same time when Spreewell choked the coach, saying he called him an N-word or whatever the case may be. People forget about things like that. We knew it happened, but that's our generation. This generation right now, if you're racist or you discriminate against anybody, you're gonna be terminated. That's just pure point blank. So we got to be mindful of doing these videos. I know social media is big, but I just pray for this young lady that nothing hard happens to her. Like, she's not fired. Hopefully, I know if some parents reported, she's gonna be suspended. That's just it. Generally, school boards don't accept this, especially you teaching politics or something like that to kids. But we see all these books together in schools. That's a whole different ballgame. But let's continue.
Okay. I don't even want to know where she went with the rest of that rant. And luckily, we don't have the videos of where she went with that rant. I have so much to say about this. First of all, this woman should not be anywhere near a classroom. If you cannot handle your emotions and you are melting down like this in front of students, you are bringing yourself to tears in front of students over election results, you need to see your way out. You should not be a teacher. And at the very least, you should have not been in class this day. Take a self-care day, take a little bit of time off.
A mental health day.
That room can handle their emotions before you decide to go in here and address kids. Now, she points out the fact that all of her students are Black, as if that's supposed to mean anything, as if you're supposed to address that room differently. And it's absolutely ludicrous that this is the sort of tone that she chooses to take with these Black students. I'm trying to take my adult mind and morph it back into what it would have been in childhood. And hearing this message from a teacher, the tone in her voice is instilling fear. I can only imagine for the children listening to her. And I don't know what grade they're in, unfortunately, but she does post other content of her in the classroom that doesn't look a lot like this. But I imagine these young children have to be a little anxious hearing the things that they're hearing, telling children over and over again, we don't have time. We don't have time. You have to work 3 times as hard, knowing damn well that that's not true, although she's convinced that it is, has to bring anxiety for children. These students, just like any other background, race, religion, should be able to go to school each day and lead a normal life where they can breathe, they can do their work, they can learn their math, reading, writing, science, and go on in this world, in this country, and be treated equally. But this teacher is deciding to treat them differently, is deciding to tell them that they have to work 3 times as hard in this country to get to the same place as what? Their white counterparts? We know it's not true. I mean, especially now. There's preferential treatment even given to Black students, although that might change on the other end of a Trump presidency. So maybe that's what she's referring to. But this is not the message you give to students. And you certainly don't scream it at them as you are brought to tears talking about this election. Also, she doesn't know where these students lie politically, where their families lie politically. You could very well have a ton of conservative kids in here, or kids who are part of conservative families who are happy about this election result. And now she's coming in and berating them, saying that their life is going to be harder because Donald Trump is president. There is nothing good about this. When you are a teacher and you enter a classroom, you leave a lot of who you are personally and your personal beliefs outside of the school. And if you want to talk about that stuff, you talk about that with your family, with your friends, with your peers. You do not bring that to students. And it's so unfortunate now that Black students in particular live in this reality of being told that they have to work harder. It just applies so much pressure to a situation that does not necessitate it. And I was a young student who at some point was told that because I was half Black and because I'm a woman, life is going to be so much harder for me. I have to work so much harder. And I carried that as a weight on myself for I don't know how long until I realized that it wasn't exactly true. And I hope these students one day get the message that what this teacher told them is not correct. Because I imagine they have a very deep relationship with their teacher. If she's willing to go to this sort of personal place in front of them in the classroom, I imagine she's told them a lot of things about where they lie in society and about her own political beliefs. And I hope that one day they can actually have a neutral ground in the classroom.
Like I said before, man, I just wanted to share that video with y'all real quick. Like I said, Amala is amazing at what she does, and she has a different perception because she do come from a interracial relationship and family. I mean, I don't know the specifics of her family, but she talks about it all the time and the struggles that she had with her identity coming up because one told her one thing because she's a woman, you got to work this much harder. Then because of she's mixed black and white or whatever, she is going to be looked at in a different way um, for whatever reason. And she didn't know which side to go to, what I'm claiming on black side, white side, whatever the case may be. That's why I love her perception on this. And she's right on point. We need to leave politics out the classroom. We need to just, if you need a mental health day, I'm big on mental health. If you need that day, take it off, recoup, get back to your normal self, but don't bring that to your kids. And I know that teacher meant well, but the delivery was not accepted. I mean, it was not, I wouldn't even post that video, but she thought that she was doing the right thing. And that could be, for one thing, I don't care if she's big on TikTok or whatever the case. We know that social media can make you lose your job in certain avenues. So let's just pray out for the young lady that nothing happens to her. Hopefully none of the kids actually show their parents this video. But now with more videos like this coming out, it's going to get back to some of them parents and just say, what if they were Trump supporters? We can clearly see that he won the majority. So I'm pretty sure some of those family members in there, their parents didn't approve of those explicit books that they're trying to take out of schools or any other things. They might agree with some stuff with Kamala and sometimes with Trump are being independent, but no kid is going to want no parent is going to want their kids being subject to that type of behavior or emotional that brings fear or anxiety to them. But that's my own perception. Y'all heard of my perception, and we're pretty much in agreement with this type of thing or behavior being displayed to kids, especially in the classroom. But share your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think about Amala's perception. Should this teacher have brought her political views and her fears into the classroom and expressed it to the kids, or should she have took a mental health day, didn't record it, and left that at home? But share your thoughts on that. We appreciate y'all for tuning in on the journey. A quick video for you. Like I said before, later on during the week, we'll be back in the studio making great content, better quality, all that good stuff. But we just want to go ahead and get this out. If y'all know, if you're trying to grow your channel on YouTube, you got to create content. Whether you don't want to, if you don't, it's like your channel doesn't exist. So you got to keep always doing the best that you can with the time you're given and the place that you have. We don't know your schedule. We don't know how busy you are, but we appreciate y'all for tuning in and supporting us on this channel. We're going to get better and better as we get along. But hey, it's your boy Cut 50, and this is One on One with Cut 50. With that, we out.